Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar video on building Zoho Cliq with Zoho Cliq. As the title suggests, we are going to take you behind the scenes and show you how we have used Zoho Cliq to build and enhance the very product itself. Let's take a quick look at who this webinar is designed for. If you are a product manager or designer, this session will give you insights into how you can streamline collaboration and say workflows using Cliq, just like how we do at Zoho. For engineering leads and internal IT teams, we'll be sharing how Cliq can be leveraged to manage technical projects, system integrations, internal operations efficiently. If you are a part of the customer success or the marketing teams, you will see how Cliq can help with better alignment, faster communication, and keeping everyone in loop without switching between tools. And for CXOs and business decision makers, this is a great opportunity to see how an internal communication platform like Cliq can drive productivity, transparency, and say organizational alignment. Lastly, if you are a Zoho user or a partner, this session will give you a peek into how we are using Cliq internally and how you can extend those practices into your own ecosystem. So irrespective of your role, if you are into the software development vertical or the product development vertical, to improve collaboration and productivity in your organization, then you're in the right place. So let me walk you through our typical product development roadmap. The journey a feature or idea takes from concept to launch. We start with ideation. This is where ideas are born, whether it's through customer feedback, internal discussions, or market research. We use Cliq to brainstorm, capture thoughts, and kickstart the conversation across teams. And then comes planning. At this stage, we prioritize ideas, define scope, and assign responsibilities. So with Cliq's taskbot and integrations, it's easy to align teams and keep track of progress. Next is a design and development. So here our design and engineering teams collaborate closely. They share files, get instant feedback, troubleshoot, all from within Cliq. After development, we move to testing. QA teams document bugs, developers follow up everything, and everything is discussed transparently within channels. And after that, improvement and refining happens. This helps reduce turnaround time significantly. Finally, we reach launching. From internal rollouts to go-to-market coordination, every team is aligned on timelines, responsibilities, and launch checklists. Again, all from within Cliq. So in every stage of this roadmap, Cliq is more than just a communication tool. It's the backbone of how we build and ship products. So we just walked through the different stages of the roadmap. But why does having one even matter is a bigger question. Well, for starters, it helps everyone stay on the same page. We know what we're building, why we're building it, and how it fits into the bigger picture. So no one is working in silos or guessing what comes next. It also helps us stay focused. There are always a ton of great ideas floating around, but a roadmap helps us figure out which ones to tackle first and which ones can wait. And honestly, it just makes collaboration a lot smoother. Everyone, from product to development to marketing, knows what's happening and when, so we're not chasing each other for updates or context. It also adds a layer of transparency, I'd say, whether it's leadership or a new teammate. Anyone can look at the roadmap and get a clear picture of where things stand. Plus, it helps us plan better. Resources, time, people, everything. And through it all, we are keeping our users at the center of the process. And finally, hitting the milestones, super satisfying. It's like watching all the planning and teamwork come to life. Now, on the flip side, what happens when there isn't a clear process or roadmap in place? Well, things can get a bit messy. First off, communication becomes fragmented. Conversations are happening across emails, chats, meetings, and somewhere along the way, stuff just slips through the cracks. There's also a lack of real-time collaboration. People are waiting on updates, working in their own silos, or say duplicating efforts because they don't know what others are doing. Then there's the whole too many tools, not enough connection problem. You've got design in one place, tasks in another, feedbacks in a third application, and no real way to tie it all together. And ownership obviously gets blurry. Who is responsible for what? Who is following up? Who is doing what? Without a clear process, it's easy for accountability to get lost. And maybe the bigger issue, teams miss the big picture. Everyone's caught up in their own tasks individually, but without a shared view, it's hard to understand how it all connects or how what you're doing fits into the larger goal. So yeah, without a solid process, things can feel a little chaotic, and that's right there the heart of it you're seeing. You can't just build great products in silos. When teams are scattered across tools and conversations, things slow down, priorities get fuzzy, and collaboration starts to break down. And that's exactly where Click comes in and saves. It's not just a chat tool, it's where our entire product development process lives, from the first idea all the way to the launch day. It brings teams, tools, and workflows together in one place, so nothing gets lost and everyone stays in sync. Alright, let's start at the very beginning of the product journey, ideation. And honestly, it starts with a simple but powerful question: what problem are we solving? So we have to take a step back and ask. We always do it before getting into building a feature or solution. We take a step back and ask, is this something our users actually need? Where is the gap? What is the pain point that we are solving? So this stage is where ideas flow freely. Teams jump into channels, share feedback, drop in screenshots, voice notes, whatever helps to communicate the spark. It's messy, it's exciting, and it's where some of our best product ideas are born. And the best part is that with Click, all those early thoughts and conversations are captured in one unified space. No hunting through emails or sticky notes or meeting summaries. We keep the ideation process collaborative and organized right from the starts. So let me give you a quick peek of how this looks in real life for us. So say for example, someone from the customer success team notices a pattern. Like users are asking for a quicker way to create widgets using simple drag and drop. Then they post it in our feature requests or ideation channel in Click. That channel is where all the little sparks start. The product team then sees it, adds a few thoughts, and suddenly we are having a whole conversation. Design then chimes in with some quick mock-up ideas, and engineering flags a few technical considerations, all in one thread or a channel. Meanwhile, when this is happening, our feeds bot is quietly doing its thing, pulling in posts from Reddit, Twitter, and a few product forums. So one morning, say it highlights a competitor rolling out a similar functionality that we are discussing about recently. Then that adds even more fuel to the fire. We realize then it's time for a proper brainstorm. So we spin up a Click meeting, get the right folks in, a quick 30-minute call, and just throw ideas around. It's fast, it's focused, and because it's all happening within Click, we don't lose the momentum. At the end of it, we drop a quick poll in the channel to decide, do we move into this planning now or park it for the next sprint? And just like that, an idea that started as a casual message in the channel is now, coming to track on becoming an actual feature. So that's the power of having everything: conversation, collaboration, and decision making in one place. The momentum is not lost and it happens at a pace. Now, imagine trying to do all of that without Click. An idea pops up, but it's in someone's inbox but never makes it to the right team. Or worse, it's mentioned in a meeting and then poof, forgotten. So you've got ideas lost in silos, floating across random chats, emails, or maybe someone's notebook. And unless you're actively looping in everyone, miscommunication definitely creeps in fast. So people working from different, they work with different assumptions, or worse, they'll be duplicating effort because they don't know what's happening. There's also zero visibility. Leadership doesn't know what's brewing. Product doesn't know what support is hearing, and no one really has a single place to track how the idea evolved. And then when it comes to decide, obviously it's slow. You're chasing people for input, waiting on long email threads, or trying to schedule a call just to get a yes or no. So without a central connected space like Click, ideation becomes scattered and inefficient, and great ideas risk never making it off the ground. Alright, so let's say the ideas has legs. Everyone's on board and it's time to move from this sounds cool to actually how we build this. That's where planning kicks in. So, what does this actually look like for a project management team inside Click? First, it helps us prioritize what really matters. So, in the planning stage, we stack up all the ideas, drop in user feedback, data, effort estimates, and then we have an open conversation about what's worth pursuing now versus later. From then, we set clear timelines, and we create a shared message thread for milestones, tag team leads, and even bring in a project management timeline bot to track progress in real time. Basically, everything is transparent and visible to the whole team. Then it's about aligning the right people and resources. We loop in design, dev, QA, and even marketing if it's something customer facing right from the start. So everyone knows what's expected and when. Click also helps us spot risks early. If something's starting to feel off track, maybe a dependency, or say a blocker, those updates surface quickly in team check ins or daily stand up channels. And through it all, we are using the space to define clear goals in process. Whether it's pinning our definition of done or setting sprint rituals, it keeps everyone grounded and accountable. So, for PMs, having this kind of real time structured communication space is a huge win. It helps, it keeps planning from being a bottleneck and turns it into a launch pad. In Click, project management goes beyond just conversations. We manage all our work through the task dashboard, which is powered by our Zoho Projects integration. From any channel or chat, we can instantly turn a message into task, assign it, set due days, and track progress all from within Click. It's fully synced with Zoho Projects, so updates flow both ways. Whether you're on Click or the project tool, everyone stays in the loop. And for teams using other tools, we've got third party integrations too. So Jira, Trello, Asana, they all plug right in. This way, Click becomes the single space where planning, execution, and updates come together seamlessly. And on top of that, channels keep planning organized, pin messages highlight key decisions, and at mentions make sure nothing and no one gets missed. These might seem like small things, but they go a long way in keeping any process of this product development cycle smooth, clear, and on track. This is where really things start to take shape, design and development working side by side to bring the idea to life. And honestly, this is one of those stages where tight collaboration can make or break the outcome. We've all seen what happens when design works in isolation, hands things off, and then dev has to figure it out, things get lost, timelines stretch, and final product doesn't quite hit the mark. But in our case, Click made it seamless. Designers and developers are constantly in sync, whether it's sharing Figma files or reviewing components or discussing edge cases. It's all happening in real time in shared channels with clear context. The back and forth is faster, feedback loops are tighter, and everyone stays aligned. Not just on what we're building, but how and why we're building it. This is where, that pure product magic really starts to happen. Now that we've seen how design and development collaborate, let's take a look at how our internal workflow actually runs step by step. It all starts when a new task or idea moves into the open state. From here, the project manager and the design team work together to define the requirement clearly. Next, it moves to the UI design phase, where the design team creates the first versions of the interface, gets feedback, and fine tunes the experience. Once it's ready, the task is marked as ready for development, and engineering picks it up. At this point, both PM and design stay in the loop through reviews, making sure what's being built aligns with the original vision. After dev, it moves to QA for testing. Once QA signs off, we enable the feature internally. We just don't open it to the customers directly. We start with our Click team, then gradually roll it out to Zoho Corp, followed by our partners, and finally customers. This structured flow helps us catch issues early, keep feedback loops tight, and ensure we are delivering a polished experience at every stage. And the best part is that every step of this, from coordination to communication to projects or progress tracking, everything happens right inside Click. Here's all how it actually works on our day-to-day flow. Our designer kicks off with the Figma widget extension. We work on it so our designers can share live prototypes directly in the channel. No switching tabs, opening a new design tool and checking, adding comments there, coming back, messaging here. No, everything is just embedded and with interactive designs. If someone drops a feedback in the chat, say a PM says that this design can be included here or this button can be removed here, we can convert that message into a Figma comment so it lands exactly where it needs to in the design file. Saves a ton of time and avoids context switching basically. As dev picks things up, we get instant updates on the project spot whenever tasks are moved, assigned, or updated. Everyone stays in the loop without needing to dig through the dashboards. When it comes to implementation, developers share code snippets right in channel for quick reviews, suggestions, or say pairing. We also lean into asynchronous collaboration, leaving voice notes or video messages when something needs a little more explanation but doesn't need a whole meeting for it. Super handy across time zones, this is. And once when a feature is ready to test, an automated bot drops a quick update in the QA channel so testers know it's good to go with all the context attached. It's all about making the handoffs invisible and keeping the momentum alive through every stage. Once development wraps up, we move straight into testing, and this is where things can get a bit chaotic or messy if communication isn't tight. But with Cliq, we've been able to keep our QA cycle very transparent, fast, and super accountable. So this is what exactly happens during testing. And who is involved in it is what we're seeing. It starts with the QA team. They plan and run structured test cases, log bugs, and track every issue in real time. And as bugs come in, the development team jumps in to fix it, test, and push updates. Since everything is happening in shared channels, there's no lag. Fix gets validated almost immediately. If there's a usability concern or something feels off, the design team is looped in to verify UI or UX designs, often with context from the original threads or Figma links. Meanwhile, the product managers keep a close eye on progress, help prioritize what gets fixed first, and then validate when a feature is actually ready for release. All of this happens in a unified space, so feedback flows fast, decisions are visible, and everyone stays aligned on what's going out and when. Here's how we manage testing inside Cliq. It's smooth, automated, and keeps everyone in sync. The moment a feature is marked ready for testing in our tool, the bot drops an update right into the QA channel. No manual pings, no guessing what's ready, it's all automated. As testers find bugs or edge cases, you can just convert any message into an issue, whether it's a bug detection, a description, a screenshot, or a quick comment. That issue gets logged in our tracker instantly. Throughout the process, the project's bot keeps the channel updated when bugs are fixed, reopened, or moved forward. Everyone knows exactly where things stand without having to ask one another. We also keep track of content changes, especially when fixes involve UI copy or labels. Any changes get flagged, so PMs and designers can quickly review and sign off. And once testing's done, the bot automatically updates the team when a feature is cleared and moved to pre-production. This is a green signal for everyone to prep for rollout. So throughout this, no chasing updates, no missed handoffs, just clear visibility and a faster QA cycle all inside Cliq. This is it, the moment of truth. All that ideation, planning, designing, development, and testing finally leads to this, launching the feature and supporting it in the wild. At this stage, timing, coordination, and communication is everything. Marketing gears up, customer-facing teams need context, partners are looped in, and users start seeing what we've built. Cliq helps us bring it all together from code to customer without last-minute chaos or siloed updates. So once we're ready to launch, a lot of moving parts kick in, and Cliq helps us stay tightly coordinated. We start by using custom bot widgets to raise marketing and design requests. Whether it's a landing page banner, email copy, an in-app promo, everything is requested, tracked, and managed from within Cliq. So once assets are ready, social media posts updates are automatically shared in a channel, so the whole team knows what's going out and when. No need to chase link or ask for status updates. At the same time, our customer forum comments gets pulled into Cliq channels as they happen. So if users spot bugs or drop feedback post-launch, our teams can jump in fast. We've also got Deskbot handling live customer queries, automatically pushing support tickets into relevant channels and tagging the right people based on the topic or product area. And for internal teams using the mail app or the other apps within Zoho, we use Click Mini, a quick access bar that lets anyone raise or track product issues right from within their email experience for this case without switching tools. Plus, for real time support, we've got the phone system integrated in Click. So, support teams can make and receive calls without ever leaving the platform and escalate to developer or product right from the same space where they're collaborating if needed. It's one unified loop from launch, announcements to live customer support, all inside Click. Even after the launch, the feedback doesn't stop, and we make sure it all flows back into the product loop. App Store reviews get pushed directly in a dedicated channel, so we're seeing raw, unfiltered sentiment in real time, what they love, what's missing, what's not working. And just like that, we're back to ideation again, because every review, every comment, or every support ticket, it all feeds into the next cycle. What problem are we solving next? What needs to be improved? What's the next small tweak that could have a big impact? With Click, it's not just about shipping features, it's about keeping the loop alive and making sure we're always building based on real feedback, context, and collaboration. So it all starts, yes, and continues with a question. Thank you so much for attending the webinar.